So I want to tell you guys a story actually. And then he's like, I'm inside. I'm about to have lunch. My lunch is basically brunch food. I just wanted to show you guys my beautiful plate. I've got a waffle that I made myself and some eggs, some cucumber, and some good old-fashioned bacon, honey. Oh my god, I'm so excited to dig into this as we talk about the story that I'm about to share with you guys.
And he's looking cute, he's like tall, he likes all the things that I like.
I don't know why I keep thinking it's a good idea to eat and talk. Oh god, yes. What's up everybody, my name is Tato. Welcome back to Life and Tea. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. This is the place to be. Every Sunday I post videos about life in Japan, life as an international student. I do a lot of travel and lifestyle content as well as educational content. So if you are into that kind of thing, please make sure that you subscribe so that you see more videos from me in the future. So today I am going to be eating my lunch, which is basically brunch, and what I'm excited about is I got myself some bubble tea. Okay, so one of the things that I have absolutely fallen in love with since coming to Okinawa is bubble tea, guys. Like, I never had bubble tea before coming to Japan at all, and even after coming to Japan, I feel like maybe I didn't know about it or I wasn't into it. I'm not sure. I feel like that first year I didn't actually have any bubble tea until my roommate, my now roommate, came along. She's from Taiwan and that's basically like the home of bubble tea. So she introduced me to it, and then I started, going to different cafes and stores and things like that. And now I have my own favorites, and Milk Bomb is one of the favorites. So they don't sell like what Taiwanese people would regard as like traditional bubble tea. They do a bit of like exotic flavors. So this is banana and mango bubble tea. So what bubble tea is basically just like cold tea, usually with some ice, obviously cold, but with tapioca. So the bubbles are like the tapioca balls, which is like starch-filled balls that are kind of chewy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like usually they have their own like subtle sweetness, and they just add a bit of texture to the tea. I like tea in general, so like this is a great way of having it. So I got Milk Bomb today, and the thing with Milk Bomb is they're pretty close to my campus, but their working hours are so weird. Like weekdays they open from 2:30 till 6:30, and then weekends it's like 1:30 to 6:30. So I don't actually know who is their target market, but like 2:30 is not even lunchtime. I'm not sure who's going to get bubble tea. So I would assume like, you want to open at lunch where there's a lot of traffic, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. And I'm about to have this and indulge in it. So like, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Woohoo! Shout out to Milk Bomb. They did not sponsor this. I bought this with my own 500 yen, so yes. Better know. Okay, so I'm just gonna give my food a little bit of a taste because I'm actually quite hungry. I am a little bit hungry, so I wanna just dig in a little bit here and see if... Oh. That is good. So the waffle is good. If I were to give myself some notes, I feel like it's a little bit on the drier side. So I wouldn't give myself a 5-star. I would maybe give myself like maybe a 4.2. But the eggs are amazing. Oh, you know what? So I recently got aromat. If you're from Southern Africa, you know what aromat is. So it's like a savory seasoning. It's like multi-purpose seasoning, and for the longest time I just didn't have it in the house. And I feel like the taste of it, nothing really compares to it. I don't know what herbs and spices they mix in there, but it's just such a amazing flavor. So I use aromat on my eggs, and I'm like, okay, this is like next level. Okay. Yeah, I think 5-star on the eggs, 4.2 stars on the waffle. The cucumber is just cucumber. I didn't do anything to it. I didn't put a dressing on it. I just wanted a crunch. And I've got crispy bacon. Almost charred. But I think I like it this way. I mean, you can't go wrong with bacon, so that's obviously a 5-star. Obviously. Okay. My food is good. Alright. So I want to tell you guys a story actually. But I don't know why I keep thinking it's a good idea to eat and talk. Literally, we were taught never to do this in like primary school. Don't eat and talk, you'll choke. Why do I keep thinking it's a good idea? And I want to do it on camera too. It's so weird. Let me just get my drink. So I don't think I've actually tried the mango banana flavor. I've done they have a blueberry one. I've tried that. They have an apricot seed milk tea, and then I've tried that as well. And I've also tried the coconut milk tea, which is awesome. And their classic milk tea is the black sugar bomb, which is amazing. Oh God, yes. This tastes like being under the sun on the beach with a sun hat, some shades, and like sand in your ass.
Say what? Say what? Nothing.
That is next level. That is top notch. I'm very happy I chose that. My goal is to try all of the flavors because all of them look amazing. Also, I'm starting to realize I'm very easy to please when it comes to food and drink. I keep saying everything is amazing, but it truly is. It's a story, and I'm gonna tell you because I feel like, okay, it happened a while ago and I'm comfortable telling it now. I also just think it's kind of hilarious. I'll try to keep it short. It is very short actually. But up till now, literally only one person has ever heard me tell the story because I went to her straight after and I was just like, what the hell was that? What just happened? You know? So yeah, okay, worst dating story ever, like my worst date. And you're gonna realize why it was the worst date. So basically, met this guy, swipe, 21st century type of meeting things, and then we start talking. And he's looking cute, he's like tall, he likes all the things that I like, at least according to his bio. He seems pretty fun, just based off of his outfits, very colorful, very like out there, you know? Let's call him, he's American. Let's call him John. Ooh, let's call him Brad. Okay, no, okay, that's mean. Yeah, let's call him John. So John and I start texting, and we're just like, you know, just small talk, getting to know each other kind of vibes. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going really nice. He could be a friend, whatever. And we're bonding a lot over food and things like that. He's very into like Japanese food, and he was telling me how his American friends don't really, at least the small circle that he kept around him, they're like not into seafood, not into like exotic food. And so he finds himself doing like solo dates a lot because he does not like burgers and fries and hot dogs, which typically is what his friends are looking for. So he was like, oh, I need a food buddy, and you know, let's do it, let's meet up, let's go have food together, let's explore this island. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for this. So like, yeah, so he lives all the way in Chatan, which is like where the American village is and where most of the Americans live. So it's a little bit of a drive out. So we're like, maybe I would say 30 minutes separated if we're driving. Yeah, like the talk was okay. I'm a busy person, so I don't, how do I put it? Like, it's not that we were talking that much, but I would say we're talking for like a good couple of days, almost 2 weeks, I would say. And then we decided to meet up, and I typically like to have the guy plan everything out, but then I realized like he wanted to work on my schedule, and his schedule was more like regular. So he was like, okay, you tell me when you want to meet and where, and I'll be there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, how considerate, blah blah blah. So I send him like a link to a restaurant that I like, and I was like, okay, let's go here. It's a restaurant in Yomitan. Yeah, it doesn't matter where it is, but so I send him the name of the restaurant, and then I tell him that, okay, let's meet at this time, and he agrees. So we were meant to meet on like a Sunday. I think it was meant to be a brunch lunch thing, and we had planned it out in advance. Like I think we made the plan on a Tuesday or something, and we're supposed to meet on Sunday. So me being a Capricorn, loving to like have everything planned out to the T, Saturday evening I decide to just text him, and I'm like, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? Because I have stuff to do. Like I want to know that if it's happening, it's happening. If it's not, I need to like do other things with my time, right? He's like, so actually he didn't respond. I had texted him in the evening, like around 8 p.m. He didn't respond to that text, and I was like, okay, he's probably sleeping, whatever. He texted me in the morning of Sunday, and he said, oh, I'm so sorry, can we please postpone? Like yesterday we had a power outage, and because of the power outage I couldn't, like because of the power, it's connected to the Wi-Fi and whatnot, I couldn't call my siblings. We have a family call every weekend at this time, but I couldn't be on it, and so they decided to have it today, and I forgot. Like basically he double booked himself in that whole like state of panic. So he told me in a text, he's like, yeah, I couldn't meet my siblings yesterday and we decided to meet today, I'm sorry. Could we meet like either later on tonight, like a dinner thing, or maybe we can do another day? I was like, okay, that's weird. I don't understand this family dynamic, but all right, you gotta do what you gotta do. Call your people, have fun, do whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm a pretty chilled out person, whatever. I'm like, okay, let's postpone. I don't have time this evening, but we can plan for another day. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he asked me when I'm free, and I was like, okay, this coming weekend I don't see like a time where I'm gonna be available, so how about we do like a weekday thing, we can have dinner together. He's like, okay, cool. Then I select a different place. I'm like, okay, let's go here. And I specifically, because it's a weekday, I chose a place that is not all the way like out. Like if it was on the weekend, I typically don't mind driving like long distance or whatever to get like good food, because sometimes, yeah, like I live in Onna, and the places that are close by to Onna are either very expensive or just like not my kind of food. So sometimes I go a lot to Chatan and American Village to find what I want, but because we were planning for like a weekday thing, I was like, I don't want to drive too long, so I'm just gonna pick like a place that's sort of midway between us. And so I picked a place in Yomitan, and we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna go there. It would be like a 15 to 20 minute drive for each of us. You see how nice I am. So anyway, I'm giving him a second chance, right? We're doing this do-over date, and we're supposed to meet. It was a Thursday night, I believe. We're planning for it, and we're getting excited. And then on the day, he's the one texting me in the morning saying, are we still on for tonight? And I'm like, yeah, we're on. Like, I'm excited to meet you. I'll be there. We're meeting at 7, cool. And then, so I knock off work. I finish what I was supposed to do, and then I, dress up a little bit. I was looking cute. I was looking very cute. I mean, I always do. And then I drove and I went there. So I'm sitting there, and then, actually, no, we were supposed to meet at 6:30. And then, yeah, so I went there and I walk in. I was a bit early. I think I was 5 minutes early. So then I'm like chilling, just checking my phone, scrolling through my phone and stuff. So at 6:30, when he's supposed to be there, he texts me and he says, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna be slightly late. Give me about like 6 to 7 minutes and I'll be there. I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm already here. What am I gonna do, right? In the meantime, I'm like checking the menu. I'm excited for it. And I order a tea. So he said 7 minutes. Now it's like 6:37. I'm checking. It's like, okay, he's not here. Maybe he's parking. Maybe, traffic or whatever. 6:45. He's still not here. And then I think around 6:50, he texts me and then he says, yes, there's a lot of traffic, but my ETA is now like 6. What did he say? I think 7. Yeah, he was meant to arrive at 7. So I'm like,
What?
bruh, like this is your redemption chance and you're already like messing it up. Like, first of all, you gave me that silly ass excuse why we didn't meet last time, and I was like, okay, whatever happened, I don't understand your situation, so let's try again. And I feel like you're supposed to be going the extra mile at this point to like impress me, but you're clearly not. Like, you're late, and even the time you had set for yourself, you're still late again. I'm like, your score point, your like scoreboard is going down. I'm like, I can't. I was getting a bit like annoyed because I'm just like, dude, like, are you coming or what? Anyway, 7 o'clock hits, the guy's nowhere to be found. Then he texts me. I get this text, and at this point he texts me and he says, I'm here. So then I'm like, okay, just come in. I'm sitting at the table, like at the corner table right after you enter the door. And then he's like, I'm inside. He's like, I'm inside. Where? There's no one here. Yes. He says there's no one here. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking? I'm right here. There's also, I'm like, what? There's also like 2 other tables with people. So unless I'm in an alternate dimension, you and I are not in the same place. So I'm like, I'm going up to our messages. I'm like, what the hell? What? Something just happened. Some miscommunication. I don't get it. And I'm like, where are you? Like, so then he sends me a picture of the outside of the cafe. I'm like, I don't know where the heck that is. I've never seen that place. Here is where I am. So I sent him the name of the place. I'm like, are you at this place? Like, where is that?
Oh my God, what is that?
Turns out, now we're like texting back and forth because he's confused, I guess, and I'm confused. He's in some place where I'm not, but we're there, and it's like, what the hell? So he's like, yeah, this place has that name. I'm like, but what? So first of all, it's like, this store, I mean, the restaurant apparently has like 2 stores in separate places. I did not know that, to be honest. But I had sent him the link to the place where we would be going. So my question to him was, how did you get there? Like, the link I sent does not take you there. I was even thinking, am I paranoid? I'm like clicking on stuff. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, no, the link sends you to the place I am now. Then the guy says to me, oh,
but that's far. That's a 20-minute drive.
I'm like, yeah, I drove 20 minutes to get here. And he's like, oh, when you sent me the link, so he didn't click the link. He, I guess, looked at the name of the restaurant, and he then just Google searched that. So he found out that there was 2 locations. And I asked him, so if there was 2 locations, why didn't you ask me to specify which one we're going to? I feel like that would have been a normal person's response, like, oh, wait, we're going, let's say KFC, for example. We're going to KFC, which one? There's like 10 of them here, you know? Like, which one? But he didn't ask. So he says to me, oh, when I saw there were 2 locations, I assumed we would be going to the closer one. And I'm like, closer to who? You live on the other side of the island. I live over here. The close one is the one in the middle where we can both drive equal distances. So then he made a case about how he just got off work and he just drove to the closest one. I'm like, it still makes no sense. Like, dude, John, like, make it make sense. Somebody sends you a link, you follow that link. That it's like a Google Maps thing. Just go, like, GPS the shit out of that. And I was just so confused. I've never heard anything like that in my life. I didn't even know somebody could think like that. Like, okay, I send you a link, but you don't go there. You choose someplace else. Now you're surprised why I'm not there. So long story short, yeah, it was a bit of a back and forth because I was trying to understand what is going on, but very quickly I realized that he wasn't going to acknowledge his role in this and that he messed up. And so I just cut it short by saying, hey, so like, I'm gonna have my dinner, you do whatever you want to do, like, do you.
I'm done.
Like, I can't believe this is actually happening. So if you want to come, but I don't actually care anymore. And I feel like you're a very inconsiderate person because, like, inconsiderate, and also like your communication is like whack. You should be asking questions if something is unclear instead of assuming and then just doing whatever you want and then getting mad at somebody else. So I was just like, I'm over it. I am so over it. So at that point in time, because I had told the waiter that, you know, table for two, he had given me 2 menus, poor guy. So I called him over. I was like, okay, no, I will be dining by myself. I'm ready to order. Give me this, give me that. And I got my food. I enjoyed my meal. And then I was still in disbelief. That's when I drove to my friend's place. I was just like, dude, you will not believe what just happened. Like, make it make sense. Balance me here. But yeah, that's the worst date story that I have. It's a date that didn't actually even happen. And I'm glad that it didn't because I feel like I just dodged a bullet. Like, imagine somebody like that, like going down the road, like what kind of issues we might have been having in the future. Like, I'm so glad that didn't work out. And I was just like, oof, good riddance. Like, thank you, Lord, for making me escape that whole mess. So anyway, that's my story. Jeez. Okay, I am so glad that you guys stayed until the end. If you did stay until the end of the story, please give me a thinking emoji. Yes, because what the hell? Because what the hell was that, right? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section if you were me. First question is, would you have given this guy a second chance after he rain checked on the first date with that excuse? Secondly, what would you have done in my position when he started texting you being like, you're not here? Yeah, I want to know all of that in the comment section. Don't forget to give me that thinking emoji. Yeah, because I think we should all be like, WTF. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, feel free to laugh at this story. Feel free to type whatever you want to type in the comments. And yeah, I will check you out in the next one. In the meantime, keep watching more videos from my channel. It really helps to support me. And like, share, and subscribe. Toodles.